Hello, kids. I feel like I'm yelling over the music, but we'll get here. How you doing, folks? Hey, friends, what's going on? It's a Monday edition of the Matt Murphy Radio Show, getting underway for another day. Happy to have you with us on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Matt Murphy, conveniently enough, and we host proceedings until 7 o'clock tonight on this radio station and on multiple other platforms. We'll tell you about all of those just a moment from now. Thank you to all of you who choose to be here. There are many choices on your radio dial and otherwise, and we appreciate that you have chosen us. I appreciate Jackson Williams coming back for another week of fun and frivolity. He's behind the glass, making sure that everything that comes out of our speakers sounds as good as possible. Hello, young Jackson.
Matt, I have some breaking news.
Do you have the breaking news horn?
No, but this is troubling. I don't want to trivialize this breaking news. It is troubling and saddening.
There's nothing trivial about the breaking news horn. I think you should do the breaking news horn if you have
this
breaking
is big
news.
Breaking news.
This is the official Matt Murphy breaking news sounder. No, that's not it. That's not the one. Do you want me to come in there and hit it? Okay, I mean, this is pretty big breaking news if it merits this.
We've got a damn Oklahoma fan reading the news.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you didn't realize that, did you?
This is just,
And it's going to be slanted.
I just don't know if we can go through this week with unbiased reporting from our news closet.
Okay, can we continue this discussion right after I get the news horn? Because I really want the news horn. I really want the breaking news horn. Thank you. See, that's good. That would have been great. I mean, I appreciate
I needed the grand gesture.
I understand that. So you just realized as you were sitting down getting yourself
I
settled
turned around over my left shoulder and I saw the most disgusting red I've seen since September the 13th.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Ooh, you really going to be upset November 1st,
Oh,
dude.
September the 13th. Oh, yeah, I remember that day. That was a good day. You remember that day?
Jackson.
Look at him now. By the way, excuse me, Jackson, I just need to introduce the third party to this
Go ahead.
little fun ship here, and that is Ken Weaver. He is our illustrious newsman. He gathers headlines all throughout the afternoon, delivers them twice an hour, and when it breaks, and I don't think there's anything breaking about that news. Hello, Ken.
How about you boys?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I am officially Switzerland on this radio show for this week.
Yeah, you just do the news.
No, you pick a side.
I just do the talk radio show, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you think I need to pick a side?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, then I'm picking the side of Ken Weaver.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, yes, sir.
One-man army.
One man. Yeah, you don't have any friends. You don't have any friends around. Hey, by the way, I want to know where all you Tennessee folk are buying the new iPhone 17 because apparently they have orange ones in stock and they don't have blue ones in stock. And I'm not.
That's not the right orange, Matt. That's Texas orange.
You think so?
Yes.
See, I thought that too. I thought maybe that was the reason behind
and nobody
all that.
wants that ugly brown.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be this sassy all week?
Yes. More sassy.
Okay. All right.
Are we wearing costumes on Friday?
Yeah, we certainly can if a Georgia football shirt and a football hat's a costume, then maybe.
I'm going to come as Oklahoma's biggest fear, the red zone.
How am I going to match this?
Ken, you know what? It's like that famous line in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when Cousin Eddie's talking about snots.
Yes.
Word of warning, though, Clark, when he gets going on you,
just let
him finish. Just let him finish. I feel that's how Jackson's going to be throughout the course of the week. You excited about that Kentucky victory, by the way, Jackson?
It was a bye week. Tennessee didn't play. They just went up to Kentucky for some team bonding.
Y'all won me some good money on my FanDuel account. Thank you very much.
They did sprints up and down on Kentucky's field. They just did some conditioning.
Y'all, I was 4 for 4 on FanDuel this weekend. Why is FanDuel not paying me money?
They need to.
They need to be.
Want.
I was 4 for 4 on FanDuel this weekend. I didn't put any money on the Oklahoma Ole Miss game, but I won the Texas thing. I thought Mississippi State would play that close, and they did. I won the Kentucky game because Kentucky is, Kentucky.
They're horrible.
They're not very good.
Tennessee ran 4 verticals and scored 56 points.
And I won the A&M LSU game, won that one too. They were all SEC contests that I played this weekend. Man, oh man, I had a great time. Watching football when your team's off
it's fun.
Is fun.
You don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to concern yourself. You don't have a game coming up. You don't have one on. You just I enjoy. Man, Saturday I sat down. I started watching Vandy. I was watching. I mean, it was so nice.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Let me tell you, there's no team in the SEC that deserves a quality victory more and just keeps having it ripped out of their back pockets than Mississippi State. And I'm so concerned because Georgia plays them later on, a couple of weeks from now, over there. And I'm like, man, they're going to win one of these things. They're going to win one of these things. And then there's your game, Ken. I felt bad for you.
Dude.
Great defense. The defense deserves better. And there's something wrong with Mateer. I feel like there's something wrong with him.
It's called missing completely wide open receivers. Completely wide open.
Yeah.
And if he does see them, he's throwing it over their heads.
I mean, y'all could get you. I mean, there's some quality coaches available, Ken. Brian Kelly. I don't know.
Here's the deal, dude. We were running. Mississippi, Ole Miss's defensive line was sucking eggs. We were running.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, we decided, I know what's a good plan, boys. Let's stop doing what's working and try something that won't.
They need to keep trying that on Saturday.
That's the way I feel about Mike Bobo in the third quarter a lot of games. Oh, we're up by 2 touchdowns. Let's start just running the ball right up the middle and see what happens. Oh, they're stopping us. That's odd.
I mean, nothing against Ole Miss has got they got a really good offense, man.
It's a quality program.
They've got some NFL players on that offense.
Well, I felt for you. I texted you. There was one person on this afternoon show texted you and thought about you, Ken, and that was Matt Murphy. The other guy,
I thought
about you, Ken, but I thought, ooh, he's going to be mad.
You should have been rooting for Oklahoma this week, you dummy, because you get them off a high victory and then get in there. That's the way that works.
They have to come into the absolute storm that is Neyland at night. You haven't seen Neyland at night.
Let me tell you how to win that game, Ken. Just
leave it to the kicker at the end of the game.
Leave it to the kicker at the end of the game. You'll be good.
Well, we got the defense for that.
Boop. Right off to the right.
How was y'all's corners, Ken?
Jackson said he thought it was good, didn't you?
I did. I yelled. I was getting ready to rush the field.
True story. Okay.
Our corners are pretty good. They're
Speaking-
freshmen, but they're pretty good.
Freshman corners. Chris Brazzell going to eat.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, you know what? I don't know if that's the official Action Jackson Sports Minute, but it feels like it on the News Talk radio station.
Joey Aguilar better get ready. He is going to be running for his life.
Well, I like this.
Nico didn't last year.
We are coming for little Joey.
See,
he's not little.
See, this is
he's going to look real little underneath that.
Mom and Daddy are fighting, and I'm playing in the yard. I have nothing to do with it.
What's coming for him, Brother Jackson? You better tell Josh Heupel, who I love, one of my favorite Sooners of all time. He better be getting rid of that ball in 2 seconds.
He can.
2 seconds, Jackson,
because we're coming.
We'll open them up with some screens, and then we'll just throw a deep ball to Chris Brazzell for a touchdown.
Ain't gonna work.
This will be happening throughout the week on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. But I like the feistiness of Weaver. Yeah, you thought you were going to get a laydown Weaver. There's no laydown Weaver this week.
No, sir.
No, he's fighting back.
We got to win this game. We have got to win this game.
How many losses you got, Ken?
2.
You know how many losses you can handle at the end of the season and expect to get in the playoffs?
No more.
No more. 2. That's it.
That's it.
So you can't have any more losses.
We got to win this game.
This is the Alamo. Oh, wait.
Tennessee won the Alamo.
Tennessee did not win the Alamo. Davy Crockett was a part of that, and I think the Mexicans won that.
Oh, they took that one?
Yeah, that's why we remember it.
Was there a field goal at the end, or?
No.
We struggle with that.
Just a lot of shootings. A lot of death.
Oh, it was basketball.
Hey, Hey, did you watch your movie this weekend?
I did. I liked it.
We're going to do a movie review later on.
Yeah, that's
Murphy,
right. You boys had your movie.
Murphy movie Mayhem Payoff is happening later
I
on
watched
today.
your movie and my movie this weekend.
We got Weaver on Williams Violence all week on the Matt Murphy Show. Very excited about that.
There's going to be a street fight in the G10 parking lot.
What's the G? Is that our parking lot?
No, that's the one at Neyland Stadium.
Are you going, Ken?
I'm going.
I'm going.
Jennifer and I are going.
Yeah.
Oh, she bought her brand new hoodie.
Oh,
it
I love
arrives tomorrow.
You better watch out. If you tell Jackson you're going, he'll try to bum a ride from you, Ken.
I
I know
already
that
got
on
one.
personal experience. You want to tell everybody where you're sitting, Jackson, while we're just talking about sports?
I am sitting in the Lower West Club of Neyland Stadium.
Mhm. And whose seats are those?
That would be one Peyton Manning's.
Is that real?
Yes, that is real. That is confirmed.
I'm going to come up there and see you.
It's down there, Ken. I'm down.
I'm going to come down there and see you.
You should do that, Ken. So you are in legitimately, you're in Peyton Manning's seats?
Yes.
Okay. Jackson, I understand that based on your presence on this radio show, you're probably a little bit of a bigger deal than you've been. But how in the hell? You're not this big of a deal.
I have good friends.
I don't understand how you pulled this.
I know people.
I mean, when I got into Neyland Stadium, I could only get up to Randy Boyd level, which I felt like was a pretty good pull. I felt like that was pretty good, right? President of the university system.
Sounds
Pretty
good to me.
Sounds good to me. You got to Peyton Manning level, which is, I think, a level or two. That's like C's part.
Some would say.
A godlike aura around the stadium. Oh,
So what you're saying
crap.
is I got pretty good seats.
I think you got pretty good seats, Jackson. I don't understand how you did it.
Me neither.
Oh, there you go.
I'm happy to be there.
Have you been to Neyland, Ken?
I've only been outside of it.
Ken, this is going to be an experience for you.
I can't wait. I'm
Because
really
this
looking
is-
forward
It's
to it.
loud.
So it's
It's
not
loud.
It's not necessarily because it's Oklahoma. Oklahoma is obviously a very, very big game. This will be the only night game in Neyland Stadium.
This year.
They
This-
only
this
had
season-
one night game?
This is our only night game unless Vanderbilt ends up being a night game, but I doubt it. Because the Iron Bowl always gets the night game.
Yeah.
So it'll be the only night game we have in Neyland this season. It is the dark mode game where Tennessee comes out in the black uniforms.
I've been seeing that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. That's a great opportunity to just destroy them.
No, this is I think a top three toughest environment type of evening in college football. I think it'll be the best environment across the country this week,
Yeah.
and it is going to be a tough place to win for
Oh,
a
yeah.
road team this weekend.
Well, yeah, especially if our quarterback can't open his eyes and hit an open wide receiver.
Yeah, that's true.
John
It's going to be
Sear.
loud. Matt, you thought it was loud against Georgia?
I mean, yeah, it was
They're
loud.
going to
It was
up
loud.
They're going to up at about 50%.
It was loud until the field goal went wide right, and then it got very quiet.
It's going to be about 130 decibels.
And then it
Ken
was
Weaver.
pretty quiet during the entirety of overtime.
We're going to use hand signals. We'll be all right.
That's a good.
I use
plan.
a lot of hand signals during the game.
Yeah,
Most of them obscene.
he used a hand signal right after that field goal miss.
No, that was the surrender cobra.
It is a tough. I mean, it is a fun environment to play.
I can't wait, man. I am really looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
you've been during the afternoon. That was a fun environment. This is hostile.
I mean, that stadium is, I mean, it's,
102,000.
yeah, and it's
A lot of
it's-
people.
It's historical. I can't wait. I cannot wait for it.
And those referees better call it even. There will be mustard.
We'll see about that, dude. These SEC refs, man, I'm starting to sometimes. I'm
Man,
like,
it was
what?
it was no good this weekend either. There
Good
was some call. It was
grief.
very, very confusing. I don't pretend to understand what is what, and I don't. For the life of me, I don't understand why they insist on some actions on the field they say are non-reviewable when they should be reviewable. And I understand judgment calls, pass interference,
Sure,
and that sort of thing.
sure.
But, like spot foul, I don't know. I don't pretend to understand it anymore. They are under more scrutiny than they ever have been, obviously, because you got 28 cameras at every game. You got replay at every game. And I get all of that.
You're right.
But my goodness gracious, you got one job. And it's not that you get it wrong. I don't mind them getting it wrong on the front end occasionally. I understand. They're human beings. These fellows are moving at lightning speed, and they're crashing into one another, and things happen at lightning speed. But you've got all the time in the world, and you've got review. I don't understand how you don't repair it on the back end and get it right on the back end. And this coming from a Georgia fan who felt like the ball was moving before that Auburn fella crossed the goal line, Jackson Arnold. I mean, so.
I will have my mustard at the ready.
You said there will be mustard, and I pictured him, Ken, Daniel Day-Lewis as Daniel Plainview, and There Will Be Blood. I got him in that big old hat.
Yes.
And I got him out there, and he's got mustard streaked across his face like it's oil. And there's a big derrick of mustard in the back. And you can see Neyland Stadium back there, and just whoosh. And there's a little Boomer Sooner in the back.
That'll be me.
There's Ken Weaver.
It's going to be loud.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right, that's enough sports. 22 after the hour, we've done our duty. It is episode 911 of the Matt Murphy Radio Show, this Monday edition, October 27th. You can find us in a variety of places, 99.7 FM. Obviously, tune in, Spotify, iHeart. We have our own app. You can find our own app at Supertalk 99.7 WTN. Just download that app and take us wherever you go. And then Talk TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Rumble. We appreciate you being here on Supertalk 99.7 WTN. All right, now Jackson has put the you put the pressure on all of us on the Murphy Show on Supertalk 99.7 WTN that we have to dress up on Friday.
All right.
I'm coming as Matt Murphy.
Okay. I'd love to see what that looks like, Jackson. I'd love to see that. 95-20. Let me just put the capper on all of this sports talk.
Yes, sir.
And we'll move on to some other matters that are happening. Some breaking news, as a matter of fact, happening right now. Ken and Jackson need to settle all of this by wrestling shirtless.
Yeah.
Says 95-20.
All right.
Ken's in, Jackson. You in?
Yeah.
Mindy writes in.
I didn't like that because he said like he's too eager.
Yeah. Mindy writes in and says, hey, didn't Jackson need your help getting to the game with seats, and now he has Peyton Manning seats? Yes, Mindy, that is correct. Now you note the tinge of bitterness in my voice as I talk about this. Jackson gained entry to the Tennessee-Georgia game through assistance by Matt Murphy, and now suddenly he's hobnobbing with Peyton Manning.
Well, it's like Brother Jackson said. He knows people.
He knows people. TB wants you to explain the mustard, Jackson. He says, I've never heard of that before. Go right ahead.
So, back in 2021, Neyland Stadium, night game, first sold-out night game under Josh Heupel. And the referees were horrible that night, including calling a fumble, not a fumble, that Tennessee returned for a touchdown. Tennessee loses that game by 4, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. Mm-hmm. Joe Milton runs out of bounds at the end of the game. And Tennessee got fed up with the referees. And, Lane Kiffin's having players, this was before the rule about faking injuries. Uh-huh. So Tennessee would get set, and then an Ole Miss player would go down.
Oh, man.
Happened all throughout the game, and Tennessee fans were tired of it.
Cramps.
It was November at night.
Got the cramps.
It was November at night.
It's hot.
I was wearing a sweater.
Much hotter on the field, Jackson. Hot.
I was sitting third row and wearing a sweater.
So y'all were trying to help him out?
No, we were throwing
a cold mustard plaster.
So not me, because I was more playing dodge the garbage.
Yeah.
So because sitting third row, these people don't have very good aim. So I probably made a couple onto the field just by deflections. But I saw a full water bottle nail a tuba player.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that, man.
That was bad.
That was getting dangerous.
It was bad.
And somebody threw a whole mustard bottle onto the field. That ESPN then zoomed in and got a shot of.
Right.
And there's more garbage raining down.
And it begged the question, why did a fan?
They probably got it from the concession stand. They probably just stole it.
It's so they went to the debris situation started. someone left their seat, said, "Excuse me for a moment, I need to go over to the concession stand," walked to the concession stand 28 miles away, got themselves a bottle of mustard, and came back and then threw it on the field?
Yes.
I think this Tennessee fan had mustard in their pants.
Why?
Thank you. I don't know.
Mustard is free at the stadium.
It makes
it's the only thing that's free.
It makes as much sense to me. Why don't y'all have those large dispensers of mustard? Come on.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Vols?
This was the first sellout, like real sellout, that Tennessee had my entire time in college.
Huh.
So they were not – the security wasn't exactly prepared.
So y'all don't support your team when you're not doing well.
The Pruitt era wasn't – I mean, I went to every game.
That's interesting.
I was there. I was there when we lost to Georgia State. I was there when we lost to BYU. I was there that night when we lost to Ole Miss.
Brian writes in and says, "I don't think you should mess with any fan that brings their own mustard to a football game." You're right.
Somebody also threw a golf ball and hit Lane Kiffin with the golf ball.
I think he kept that, right?
He did.
It's my
on his desk.
It's my understanding that mustard is, in some cases, used to alleviate cramps. So maybe they were trying to help the Ole Miss players, Ken. You never know. I think it's time for the news, fellas, and then we'll move on to the news of the day to include SNAP benefit. I'm going to tell you how all of this is going to end with a government shutdown. And it's not going to be pretty for the Democrats. They are now trying to figure out their way out of this in a way that they can save face. We'll talk about it next on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It's the Matt Murphy Radio Show. Pleased you've decided to join us. The mainstream media gaslighting continues. I don't really have any comment on this, but I'm going to play you a little clip from MSNBC that landed earlier today right in my lap. It's amusing to say the least. 3502 on the Super Text line, which is open and available. Our phone lines are always available, by the way. I keep them open all the time. Absolutely love having conversations with you. It's old school. I'm old school that way. 615-737-9986 if you'd like to have a direct one-on-one communication. 615-737-9986.
Could have stopped right after the word old.
Thank you, Jackson. If you would like to conversely speak to us via the text line, then that is the same telephone number. It's just via the text line. And 3502 writes, "You're failing to understand about the mustard, Matt. They are college students. They need the mustard for their dorm rooms. They can't afford to buy it. So clearly these people had already stolen the mustard to take it home. Then the incident broke out, and they threw it on the field." That makes much more sense. Tennessee fans as thieves makes much more sense to me. So there you go. Speaking of stealing one, we stole one in Neyland Stadium earlier this year. Ha! Hey-oh! Thank you, Ken. Ken thought that was funny. Jackson?
Hey-oh!
Not so much. All right. Somebody wants to know where Y2J was when they lost to Wyoming. When was that? Jackson?
I want to say that was 2008, maybe.
All right. So you were a youngster.
Yeah, I went to my first Tennessee game in 2010.
Okay. So that was you taught him. I got you. Okay. Jackson's a youngster. Y'all have to remember all of that. All right. Let's get into the government shutdown, shall we? So the government remains shut. I don't know what day we're on. I don't really care. I don't. I mean, I understand that you probably do if you are impacted or affected, and there are some that are impacted or affected. I'd like to remind you, and I know that many of you heard this last week, but it bears repeating for those in the back. For those of you in Aniana who have trouble comprehending plain English, allow me to explain. There is one group of people responsible for the government being shut down right now, and that group of people is Senate Democrats. Not all of them. There are a couple of Senate Democrats that would like to reopen the government, but for the most part, the government shutdown is the responsibility of one group of people, and we can call that group of people Senate Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer. For whatever reason, I've never believed that the Senate cares necessarily about certainly the Senate Democrats. I don't think they care about the average folks. They just don't. They will claim that they do, but they don't. If they did, they would open up the government and have a healthy debate that the Republicans have said that they are willing to have regarding health insurance, regarding Obamacare, because I think it's important that we talk about what Obamacare did and did not accomplish. I think it's important that we have a discussion about the promises that were made some 10 years ago regarding Obamacare. I guess it's 15 years ago now. We were told upon passage of Obamacare that this would put an end to the poor level of health care that many Americans saw in their lives. We were told that this would solve that issue, and it did not. Well, those of us who were around back then, who were commenting on the news back then, said back then, and I am included in that number, that none of this is designed to work. All of it is designed to fail. It will naturally collapse upon itself in less than 2 decades. And I get very animated when I have this discussion with you because we could have avoided a lot of pain and suffering and a tremendous amount of wasted money by recognizing that it was a Ponzi scheme to begin with. We're dangling this shiny object in front of the American people and making promises that the person or the people or groups of people holding the shiny object know very well these individuals will never receive. And they're doing it for their own purposes, and their purposes was a single-payer system. Barack Obama and his minions in the House and the Senate understood that the American people did not want a single-payer system. And so they had to move us toward a system that would get us closer to it and at the same time not achieve the objectives that they promised that it would achieve, so that when that program broke, they could suggest that it be replaced not by a total revamp of the medical industry or the healthcare industry, but by doubling down on what was already not working. In other words, we would get halfway to single payer, and we would get all the way to single payer once we could vilify those mean, evil health insurance organizations, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all with me so far? So none of this was designed to work. And part of the reason that we are here is by Democrat design. Chuck Schumer was there back then. Nancy Pelosi was there back then. Many of these people were there when they knew, when they forced the passage of this bill, did it in the dark of night, did not read it to pass it. And they knew that we would eventually get here at some point. Now they are using the failure of Obamacare as an excuse to shut down the government because they lost the elections in 2024. It's exactly what this is. They didn't like the outcome of the democratically contested election of 2024. And part of that outcome was the big, beautiful bill. Now, understand, this is not a debate about the big, beautiful bill. I was against the big, beautiful bill because I didn't think it cut enough, and I thought it added too much to the federal deficit, a federal deficit that is swiftly approaching $40 trillion. 40 trillion. So I didn't believe it did enough. But the Democrats don't like some of the cuts that it did make, and now they are attempting to go against the duly elected representatives of the people by holding the American government hostage with this continuing resolution, demanding that key aspects of the big, beautiful bill, mostly spending packages, get rolled back into the federal government. Well, that's not the way any of this works, nor should it. If you are confused as to the responsible parties who are shutting the government down, I don't know what to tell you except you're not paying attention. There's one group that has voted 13 separate occasions to keep the government shut. There's one group of people that have voted on 13 separate occasions to refuse to reopen the government and to sit down at a table of negotiation and to talk about issues like health care and to talk about issues like spending. And that's the Democrats. That's the Democrats. The health care issue has nothing to do with the continuing resolution. Nothing. They're tying those issues together, and the mainstream media will not tell you this because they are mouthpieces for the Democrats. They are cuckolds for the Democrats. And if you wonder why they don't harp on the government shutdown every moment of every day, like they did when Donald Trump was president, like they did in 2013 when Barack Obama was president, like they've done every government shutdown in my lifetime, it's because they know the truth. They simply will not tell you the truth because it looks bad for the Democrats. This is the bias of non-reporting. This is how bias looks when it comes in the form of keeping their mouths shut about an issue as opposed to reporting the truth. And the truth is simple. When SNAP benefits don't come along on November 1st, the responsibility lies at the feet of the Democrats. Period. Tell me how I'm wrong. I'm willing to listen to any other perspective on this. But I cannot abide selective hearing when it comes to the truth with regard to responsibility here. The Republicans have said, we will negotiate. But here's the deal. The Democrats don't have a majority in the House. They don't have a majority in the Senate, and they sure as hell don't have the White House right now. So the Democrats need to come hat in hand when it comes to negotiation and recognize you're not going to get all of everything. You're not going to get all of anything. You're not in the majority. You lost the election. Start acting like it. It makes me want to vomit that these people run around the country holding rallies claiming to believe in our system of government when they clearly do not believe in our system of government. If they did, they would have a modicum of respect for the vote of the people. Instead, the same people that were lampooning Trump for calling the 2020 election rigged are now calling the 2026 midterms rigged. Hakeem Jeffries, the Senate Minority Leader. Oh, the 2026, they're rigging the elections in 20. What are you talking about? I thought that was bad. I thought that was anti-democratic. Oh, the gaslighting is something to see. But here's how I would expect some of this is about to go down. Number one, you saw a major federal union come out and demand that some activity happen. The nation's largest federal workers union, the American Federation of Government Employees, well, and I could have a side conversation about government entities unionizing, but I'll save that for another day, is encouraging Democrats to concede the government shutdown fight and vote to reopen the government. A significant fracture, if you will, in the coalition of Democrats as the shutdown nears a 1-month mark. It's been going 27 days now, I guess it is. The Democrats refused to back a clean CR, first time in history, demanding instead that the government Republicans in government extend temporary Obamacare subsidy set to expire at the end of the year. By the way, those government subsidies were set to expire per the language of the legislation. Secondarily, when we say that Democrats are putting the desires that they have to aid and assist illegal aliens in front of the needs of the American citizen, what we mean is this in simple. Anyone recognizing these rules that you must abide by regarding the subsidy recognizes that there are extreme loopholes within the subsidies. And if you go back to COVID-level era subsidy, then you are essentially opening up government-paid-for health care to illegal aliens, because that's exactly what was happening based on the rules and the lack of questioning and the lack of material data that you have to present at the time that you're requesting the subsidy. If you go back to those COVID-era rules, you are opening the door to every illegal alien in the United States of America being eligible for health care, needs-based health care, free health care. And all of these liberals on social media platforms and all of these liberals on talking head networks, they know that that's true. And they'll sit there and say they don't. Well, they're lying. That debate has nothing to do with budgeting for the government. Yet the Democrats have decided to tie it together because they think it's a winning argument. It's not a winning strategy, and we're seeing some cracks in that armor. 53 after the hour. We'll continue that discussion, get to your telephone calls momentarily on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.